Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the October 2nd, 2020 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. I'm Caleb Black, Luke the Big Dog Williams, our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, and it is time to talk some wrestling as always. Luke, how are you this Saturday?
I'm glad it's not Friday.
Maximilian, how are we doing this Saturday? I almost said this Friday.
I don't know what day it is.
That's never been more obvious. Guys,
It's going to be the 11th. You never know.
it's been a week. Let's jump right in with the news.
Okay, well, first off, let's mention the fact this is the first time we've actually been 2 weeks in a row in about a month and a half.
No shit. You were off work for like 8 weeks. Shut up.
By the way, we have to talk later about your passport situation.
Yeah, we'll cover that. So, big news coming out of the WWE. Apparently now they are going to seize and monetize the Twitch and Cameo streams for their performers. And instead, the performers who utilize those mediums will get a percentage that counts against their downside guarantee.
Because that's fair.
Talk about getting fucked. And we're talking like Paige and Xavier Woods level of getting fucked.
Yeah, it's bad.
Horrible.
Yeah, the whole downside. I mean, I understand WWE wanting their cut. Don't get me wrong. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand
It's
it.
such garbage.
However, against someone's downside guarantees, kind of ballsy.
Yeah, and it's literally them just taking, you got some money in your pocket? Mine now.
Yeah.
Here, buy yourself something nice.
Yeah, just walking around, right? Yeah.
Don't spend it all in one place, kid. Yeah, such a crappy situation. And to speak furthermore of crappy situations, Tracy Smothers has been re-hospitalized due to complications of his cancer diagnosis returning.
Also, heart issues.
Yeah, so our thoughts, prayers, positive energy, condolences to Tracy Smothers. Uncle Tracy, please pull through.
Yes.
You know we love you, man. What do you got?
Forgot I almost blanked. The NXT is moving to the Performance Center.
Yeah?
Due to COVID outbreak in Full Sail.
That damn Steve Corino's at it again.
Yeah, Steve Corino. You know him. He's everywhere. He wants to be the one guy to say no. Now he says no to everybody.
No.
But no, they're moving from Full Sail to the Performance Center, so the change in direction as well as what they can do in the Performance Center versus Full Sail ought to be interesting to see.
Yeah. We know that the Thunderdome contract's going to be expiring at the end of the month. Not sure where the WWE is going to be heading afterward.
I hear that
some outside venues are being discussed. That'll be interesting.
Be one interesting way to get fans back.
Yeah. I would absolutely. I mean, that's a good move. Also, now we're talking WWE maybe hosting WrestleMania in Tampa instead of Hollywood.
I think that's more along the lines to appease Florida for the fact that they've allowed them to film their shows there. I think it's a good idea. I also think everyone who bought a ticket to this year's Mania should get to redeem that ticket for Mania this year. I think it's only fair.
Ryan Satin, noted wrestling journalist, has ended his podcast. Has decided he's no longer going to be doing it. I imagine because some other options are coming up, but sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I actually have read something or other about that too. I was kind of curious as to why.
Yeah.
I'm sure eventually it'll be known to...
It's not been a very eventful news week, has it?
No, we pretty much covered everything. It's kind of strange.
Outside of
which means 20 minutes after this whole thing's filmed, the world's going to catch on fire.
Breaking news, Booker T in ring return slated for November 8th.
Right. That is something I did read this week. Ryback is back in training to make his in-ring return somewhere. Whether or not, I can't see it being for the E after the comments he made of Vince McMahon.
Could not care less.
I couldn't see it in AEW either because Cody Rhodes can't stand him. So I do want to say that Meltzer still is out of touch.
He'd be a unique addition to Impact's roster, or maybe New Japan. All Japan, he would fare very well in.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad over that way.
Would be very good for Ryback.
The Rock is indeed going to do the Ken Shamrock
induction video, which is awesome. That's very cool.
I mean, other than that, it's been pretty quiet.
Yeah. Too quiet.
2 matches at the pay-per-view were canceled.
They were. Nikki Cross did not get her opportunity against Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, nor did Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defend their women's tag team titles.
To add an exclamation point on that, the Riot Squad are still going to get the title opportunity once they are healthy to compete. Yeah. I did read that.
Apparently there were... was it COVID exposure?
Yes.
Did they fight?
Nikki Cross's was. I read that Shayna and Nia Jax, they were around someone who had it.
So they're all quarantining and doing their due diligence.
Same thing with Retribution, why they weren't on Raw this week.
Yeah.
As they were around someone who also had it. No Raw Underground took place this week.
No.
Due to them being concerned that they didn't have enough talent that weren't quarantined to be able to do that, which, I mean, is totally understandable. Other than that, that's the news.
I would have thought they could pull a couple guys from the Performance Center or something and just give them the airtime.
Well, yes, but then again, with it running rampant the way that it has at Full Sail, you don't know about the Performance Center.
That's true.
Which you would think that they'd be testing people like AEW does, but, Vince McMahon hates George Bush, or however that goes. Anyway, that's the news, though. I mean, that's
not really... Sorry it wasn't a more eventful week for you guys. But we do have a ton of great content we're spitting out today. We're going to keep with the new format. Instead of doing the weekly roundup video after video, we're just going to highlight some points from the week, and then we're
It's easier to round up all that stuff rather than hang myself behind this camera. 27 hours of wrestling in 3 hours is...
Yeah, we do our best. We do our best.
We do our best to report it. We know you guys love our videos, but at the same time, we don't want to bore you to death with the mundane.
And frankly, it bores us to death.
And we get to do the conspiracy videos that everyone's been liking. Evidently, you guys have been making your voices heard. The What Ifs got a big look at.
Some conspiracy theories are some popular
Our David
items.
Meltzer video got huge response to the fact that he's
lost his mind.
Stay tuned for our new content. I think you guys will like the way we're doing.
Absolutely, guys. You know the drill. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave us a comment down below. Let us know if we missed anything this week in the news. Maybe it was more eventful. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown, or send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. And stay tuned, because coming up next is the WWE pay-per-view post-show Night of Champions review. Coming your way right after this.
One of us.
Didn't stop.